Hey world, before I get started, please see the disclaimer on the description in this video. No, you can't sue, take any legal actions against me. Watching my videos at your discretion waives any rights that you might have, and any legal action suing is strictly prohibited. So on this one, I'm probably going to be making a separate video on just censorship in itself, but this definitely touches up on censorship, nudity, just overall censorship, and I guess the Western Americanized views on that. So the article is on MSNBC and it's by Rick Steves, and the title is Europeans on Nudity, Just Grin and Bear It. It was 1978. My vagabuddy Jean and I were heading for a Turkish bath. With tattered towels around my waist, I walked gingerly across slippery marble into a steamy world of shadowy Turks under Byzantine domes. I felt gawky and more naked than naked. After an awkward sit in the sauna, a muscular Turk who doled out massages like cannery workers gut salmon laid me onto a round marble slab. With a loud slap, he landed on me, his hands working as if kneading dough in a prison bakery. He smashed and stretched each of my tight muscles. Finally, like lobotomized Gumbies, we were led to marble thrones to be doused in hot water and scrubbed with coarse mittens. Dirt curled off of us in rolls. Finally, we emerged onto the streets of Istanbul, cleaner than we've ever been. Any traveler to Europe who's visited a bath, perused a newsstand, hung out at a beach or park on a sunny day, or channel-surfed broadcast TV late at night, has noticed that Europeans are more relaxed than Americans about nudity. In the south of France, sunbathing grandmothers have no tan lines. In Norway, young children play naked in fountains. On summer days, accountants in Munich head to the park on their lunch breaks to grin and bear it, trading corporate suits for birthday suits. It's quite a shock to Americans. They are the ones riding their bikes into the rivers and trees. In Belgium, huge billboards advertise soap by showing a woman's lathered up breast. A Copenhagen student tourist center welcomes visitor with a bowl of free condoms at their info desk. I'm not comfortable with all of this, although I do think Americans tend to be overly prudish. If you can leave your inhibitions at home, you can better appreciate some of the amazing experiences Europe has to offer. In Finland, a trip to a public sauna warmed by a wood-fired stove topped with rocks not only feels good, but it is a living slice of this culture. Historically, Turkish baths weren't just for getting clean. They were also for a place for socializing where Muslim women could look for a suitable bride for their sons or celebrate the birth of a baby. Croatia has some of the best beaches, many of them without any dress codes. The trend dates back to royalty. In 1936, England's King Edward VIII visited the island of Rab on holiday. Wanting an all-over tan, he went through the proper channels to have one of Rob's beaches designated for nudists. Inspired by his example, other travelers followed suit, dropped suit, and a phenomenon was born. Not everyone in Europe is comfortable with nudity. At the Vatican Museum, fig leaves cover many statues. From 1550 to 1800, the church decided that certain parts of the human anatomy were obscene. Perhaps church leaders associated these full frontal sculptures with the outbreak of Renaissance humanism that reduced their powers in Europe. Whatever the cause, they reacted by covering classical crotches with plastic fig leaves, the same kind of leaves that Adam and Eve used when the concept of privates was invented. So since I'm not really sure on my minutes here, I'm going to go ahead and end this session after reading that article, and I'll pick up with my thoughts a bit more on censorship, nudity, etc. In the next video. So I'll see you guys next time.